The courtroom was packed. Every seat was filled. People stood against the walls. Reporters whispered. Cameras waited outside. Everyone had come to see me fall. I sat alone at the defense table. No expensive lawyer. No fancy suit. No powerful supporters. Just me. And a public defender who barely knew my name. Across the room, my parents sat together. Crying. Holding hands. Looking like victims. Like I had destroyed their lives. My mother wiped her tears dramatically. My father kept shaking his head. I never thought my own child would do this, he whispered loudly. So everyone could hear. The prosecutor stood up. Confident. Smiling. Your Honor, he began. The defendant is financially irresponsible, unemployed, and completely dependent. He pointed at me. They drained their parents' savings. They lied. They manipulated. They stole. Gasps filled the room. Someone whispered. Shameful. Another said. So young and already ruined. My chest tightened. My hands trembled. Not because I was guilty. Because I was watching my life be rewritten. In front of strangers. In front of cameras. In front of the people who raised me. The prosecutor continued. We will prove that the defendant is broke, desperate, and motivated by greed. He held up documents. Bank statements. Loan records. Credit reports. All showing financial collapse. My mother sobbed. My baby used to be so good, she cried. I don't know what happened. Liar. She knew exactly what happened. 5 years earlier. After I graduated. They asked me to manage their small business. Just help us, Dad said. You're smart. I worked day and night. No salary. No holidays. No complaints. I paid suppliers. Handled taxes. Found clients. Saved them from bankruptcy. When debts came. I covered them. With my savings. With my credit. With my future. They promised to repay me. They never did. When the business finally recovered. They pushed me out. Took control. Changed passwords. Changed accounts. Changed everything. And then. They accused me of stealing. Of mismanagement. Of fraud. They called the police. Filed charges. Destroyed my name. Now here we were. At trial. With them playing saints. And me painted as a criminal. The judge listened quietly. Expression unreadable. The prosecutor called witnesses. Old neighbors. Former employees. Even distant relatives. All repeating the same story. He was lazy. They wasted money. They depended on their parents. They were always asking for help. Lie. 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 Each word stabbed deeper. My lawyer whispered. Stay calm. Easy to say. When your parents are burying you alive. My turn came. I stood. Legs weak. Voice shaking. I never stole, I said. I worked for them. I paid their debts. I sacrificed everything. The prosecutor laughed softly. Do you have proof? I froze. Because every document. Every receipt. Every transfer. They had controlled. They had hidden. They had deleted. Or so I thought. The prosecutor smiled. Exactly, he said. No proof. My parents looked relieved. Victorious. My mother even smiled through tears. The judge leaned back. Hands folded. Any final statements? He asked. The prosecutor nodded. Yes, Your Honor. He walked closer. This is a simple case, he said. A broke child, desperate for money, betrayed their own parents. Please deliver justice. The courtroom went silent. Everyone waited. For my sentence. For my destruction. For the end. The judge looked at me. Then at my parents. Then at the files. He paused. Longer than expected. He frowned. Picked up one document. Then another. Then opened his computer. Typed something. His eyebrows slowly tightened. He stopped. Looked up. Interesting, he murmured. My heart skipped. What? my lawyer whispered. The judge adjusted his glasses and said calmly, "Before I rule, I need clarification. Because these records don't match." The room froze. My parents stopped crying. The prosecutor stiffened. The judge continued, "Someone here is not telling the truth." And in that moment, I realized the story they built against me was about to collapse. The judge leaned forward. "Bailiff," he said calmly, "bring me the original bank records." A murmur spread through the courtroom. The prosecutor hesitated. "Your Honor, we already submitted." "Not copies," the judge interrupted. "Original certified records." Silence. My parents' lawyer shifted in his seat. Sweat appeared on his forehead. Minutes passed. Felt like hours. Finally, a clerk returned with a sealed folder. The judge opened it slowly, page by page, line by line. His face hardened. "These statements," he said, "show large transfers." My mother nodded quickly. "Yes, see. That's what we." From the defendant, the judge continued. "To the plaintiffs." The room gasped. "To the plaintiffs." To my parents. "Not from them." My father's face turned white. The judge raised another file. "And these loan records?" Taken out by the defendant, he read. "To pay business expenses, registered under the parent's company." The prosecutor stammered. "Your Honor, there must be." "No," the judge replied firmly. "There is no mistake." He tapped the desk. "For 5 years, this defendant funded this business. Covered debts. Paid taxes. Handled losses. Personally." My lawyer finally stood. "Your Honor," he said steadily, "we also submitted backup evidence." He handed over a flash drive. Email backups. Cloud receipts. Payment confirmations. Tax filings. Even deleted files. Recovered legally. Forensic copies. The screen lit up. Transaction histories. Messages from my parents. "Please pay this bill. We'll return it next month. Just one more loan. You're our only hope." Date after date. Year after year. The courtroom was silent. No whispers. No phones. No breathing. The judge looked at my parents. "Did you write these messages?" he asked. My mother's lips trembled. My father looked away. I don't remember," he muttered. The judge's voice sharpened. "Perjury is a crime." My father swallowed. "Yes," he whispered. "We wrote them." Gasps erupted. The prosecutor froze. My parents' lawyer closed his eyes. The judge continued. "And after receiving millions in support, you accused this child of theft." My mother broke down. "We were afraid," she cried. "We thought they'd take everything." The judge stood. "Fear does not justify lies," he said. He turned to me. "For years, you carried their burden. Today, the truth carries you." Then he announced, "This court will now reconsider all charges." And everyone understood. The case had just flipped. Completely. The courtroom stood silent. No one moved. No one spoke. The judge returned after a short recess. Files in hand. Expression firm. Everyone rose. He looked directly at my parents. Then at me. "This court has reviewed all evidence," he said. "Every record. Every transfer. Every message." He paused. "The defendant is not guilty." The words hit like thunder. Not guilty. My knees almost gave out. My lawyer squeezed my arm. Behind me, someone whispered, "Oh my God." The judge continued. "On the contrary," he said. "This court finds that the plaintiffs knowingly filed false charges, submitted altered documents, committed perjury." My parents began crying again. But this time, no one believed them. "I am referring this case," the judge declared, "to the district attorney for investigation of fraud and false reporting." My father collapsed into his chair. My mother covered her face. The prosecutor packed his files silently. Outside, reporters rushed forward. "Do you forgive them?" one asked. I stopped. Thought for a moment. No, I answered honestly. But I release myself. They looked confused. I explained. Forgiveness is personal. Freedom is necessary. With compensation from the case. I paid off my loans. Started my own consulting firm. Helped small businesses fairly. Legally. With transparency. The things I never had. My parents tried to contact me. Letters. Calls. Messages. I didn't reply. Some bridges burn for a reason. And some ashes protect you. Today, when I look in the mirror, I see someone who survived betrayal. And chose dignity. I wasn't broke. I wasn't greedy. I wasn't a criminal. I was loyal. Too loyal. And I learned the price. Never again. White right pointing backhand index. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our channel for more powerful stories.